Okay, welcome back to Rock and Rattle Retreat. Fall of 2020.
And here we have the spring of 2023. Leaves haven't come out yet. But we do have concrete, at least started. We're going to be doing a few things during this episode. A little this, a little that. That'll do with rocks. See, the forms are all taken off now. It's time to move rock around. We need to be about 2 inches below that footer with all that rock. You see the piers out there? Yeah, that's 2 inches below those too. There's a lot of rock out here. I gotta smooth it out. This is not all done this time, or even on camera. It just took a long time. I'd rake it up and put it in a bucket and carry it to the back because it's got to go over the back wall when the wall's up. When I got to the drains, I realized I got to dig another trench for another drain that's going in the back. So I had to dig that out. No sense moving all the rock and then digging it out, so I just dug it out. There's the other two drains. And then down at the other end of this is another drain and a drain for the water softener if we so choose to have one. In the meantime, we have a footer drain going around the entire basement. Well, they poured the footers there, and there's not really enough room to put a footer drain right across that rock. It's a high spot. So, take the demolition drill, hammer, and I'm going to try to break up at least, not the really break up the rock, but chisel out an area where the footer drain can go through. And it takes a while and there's a lot of hammering going on. Let's see if I can get you a better picture here. There we go. Then it takes a while to, create these little pockets, and then it finally starts chipping out. But I gotta make a channel through here so a 4-inch pipe can go through. Now we're getting close to it. And this is basically hard rock, so it's a lot of chiseling. Good thing I didn't have to do this by hand. And the good thing for a leaf blower is to blow out all of the rock fines and dust. Get that all cleared out. Then we'll do a little test here. I got a 4-inch elbow. And we'll see if that kind of fits through here. Yeah, that should fit in there. Let's see if it's level first, or at least going downhill to where it's supposed to go, and not uphill. I think there's a few more rocks on the right-hand side that need to be removed, but it's pretty much going downhill a little bit, or pretty close to being level.
Going downhill. Good.
So that is good. I didn't have to break out the explosives and blow it up. Or get the bigger hammer drill in. Okay, turn off the compressor and do a little happy dance. And you know what we get deliveries of a lot up there? Rock. use lots and lots of rock. Got to bring things up to grade, or got to use stuff for backfilling. Got to use a lot of this stuff for backfilling after the walls get in. So we have a lot of deliveries of 57s on the left, and this is Crusher on what he's going to put out here. It's amazing how many tons of rock is necessary. They haul up about 20 tons at a time. And that gets used up pretty fast. I guess when we get all done with this, I'll try to see if I can remember how many truckloads and how many tons were delivered up there. Okay, and then I thought, we're done with hammering. With this big hammer. Nope, he found another place to hammer. Because he's eventually going to be taking this thing off the mountain, and once it's off the mountain, it's not coming back up. So we had to make sure everything was hammered that needed to be hammered. So this is a slope going up and around the back of the house, and a big rock was sticking out of it. So he decided to hammer it out. Because that slope's got to be worked on so it's not as abrupt as it is. It's kind of hard to tell how abrupt it really is, but it goes up pretty quick there. And then I said, we're going to work on rocks. Well, that pile of rocks that we started way back when, a couple years ago, when we first started clearing out, is getting moved. Most of the time you just got to pull it up there and start piling it in. I wonder how many tons of rock are actually in that thing. We made a lot of trips. And it's not that far away where I'm putting this. It's just out of the way, and in case I need something, I know where they are. But they're out of the way. We got some good sized ones, and we have some small ones in there. Now, I guess technically we could have moved this pile in 6 months or more. We didn't actually have a garage to pull into. But the excavator says, you know, I need to move these things so that you got a way to get into your garage. Because the garages are kind of... This south side one is right up on the driveway there, around that circle. And there's not a lot of room to make a turn into it from the circle driveway at all. So if we could get this cleared out, we might be able to pull through the circle a little bit there on that edge and help cut the corner. But there's some other rocks over to the right that we need to move too, but this is the biggest pile. So we thought we could get this all moved, not too much time. And here's where we're putting it. Across from the wood lot. There's our trail down to the next bench. In between the two fill areas. And up here behind this pile of other rock that we put in here, we're sticking these rocks. Because that fill area doesn't go back that, well, how do I say this? Access to the fill area doesn't go back that far. So there's big boulders that prevent anybody from going back any further in that fill area. Here we have some surface rocks that need to be removed. I'm hoping the backhoe is going to move it. This little one that broke off should move it over unless it's attached somewhere down there. Nope, it moved a little bit. Oh yeah, it definitely moved. Let's see if we can flip it out. Oh yeah. Let's try the bigger one. Ooh. That pulled it right up. Good, it's not an iceberg. Now, how do we move it? Because I don't think that's going to fit in the front bucket. So the backhoe will move it, it just won't pick it totally up. Trying to entrap it between the bottom of the backhoe and the bucket and kind of lift it up. But it doesn't quite do. I can scooch it along though. And of course that's out of camera frame. Alright, just a second you can see the whole thing. Let me move the tractor. There it is. To be scooched around with the front bucket here. And then we'll pick up that corner piece. Have the wife put it into the bucket. And she can't even budge it. In we go. And then off we go to put it into that pile. See the rocks are in front of it there? Swing around here. It's a little bit of a drop off into this. Put it in low gear. And we'll put it up here. Then you can see the boulders there up on the top. That's keeping everybody away from this edge. And I got space to put rocks or other things up there. Like that whole pile of rocks behind it. Trying to make sure it doesn't fall down. And off to get another rock. Now this was another rock we pulled out of the ground. The tip of it was coming up, so you couldn't run that over with the tire. And this one takes both of us to put it in. Come on. Up, up. And it doesn't want to stay. Come on, girl. Go up there. Pull the lever over so the hydraulics pull the bucket up. Yep, there we go. And it stays. She's a little hesitant to run anything on that tractor. And off we go to get rid of that one. Me thinking is, well, it's just one rock, I can put it over the top. Pay attention. Boom. And it broke. And it's still on top. Oh well. That's the way it goes. Okay, if you can see the center there on the right side, right of center, you can see that rock pile is gone now. And there's all our footers in their glorious, dry, amazed form. And you can kind of see that line of rock in the back of the basement. And here I'm going to go around the build site, just to give anybody an idea of that don't know what's going on up here. We have a lovely view off to the west. And then I'm getting close to trees here. Up we go, up, 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 up. Okay. Then you can see down in there in the valley, we got a lot of ridges to look at. And around we go some more. But you can tell that drops off, so we'll have a good view once we cut a few more trees down. I already got a good set of trees already down. And here's our typical view down, showing the rocks are gone, the footers are in. We are now waiting for walls. So if you want to keep track of us, subscribe, give us a comment. And thanks for watching.